On the road with Thomas Wake, Wake Movement. I'm currently stopped at a light, but when this light turns green, they stop you with a red light, red in your root chakra. They want to stop you in fear and keep you paralyzed in fear. We want to go to our green chakra, our heart. Go on green. And we also want to go from the green. We want to go from our heart, marrying the blue up in the heavens, down with the red and the fires of damnation. We want to get stuck out of these carnal desires by bringing your heart to it, to raise it up to and bring your head to it. So it is mindful energy focus. Our heart emits the most energy. Let us create on the right side a circle receiving our feminine, emotional, dark realm. Now, acting out of our left brain, the left hemisphere, which is light, which is action, which is pushing out and up. The Mother, the Holy Spirit descends. Now, we bring these two together. In the middle, we have the Vesica Pisces. Bam! Our hands are in prayer. We open up this portal, and then that's how we bring our prayers through. Now, I'd also like to take this time to now talk about our current situations, but use that meditation. The right being blue, Mary's in blue. The left being red, the Mars, masculine side. Adam literally means red. When we close our eyes and we're able to control it with our mind, our blue, we're not scared of the dark. We realize it as sacred prima materia, mother. We work with that red, that light in our consciousness, in our minds. We create things in the dark and then we bring that to the light. That's the order of things. This is the womb that you have to enter back into to be reborn of heavens, the heaved up place in your head. And we want to marry the Lamb, the Christed Lamb of God, the Ram of Aries, the horned helmet. We want to marry that with the heart, where the lion sleeps tonight. I hope I'm not yelling. I realize how sensitive this microphone is, and I get excited. So we want the lion and the lamb to sleep together once again. This is how we get the golden fleece that Jason and his Argonauts traveled through and are commemorating our very heavens with the constellation Argo. Or Samson slaying the lion. This is taming our bestial nature, our animal nature. We're trying to evolve into the Aquarian man, and the water bear is pouring out a great dispensation of grace, of knowledge, of gnosis, as we step out of the Piscean age, which is the age whose motto is I believe. We're going out of the need for belief and faith, even hope, because we come to the knowledge that we are one with God. We are verily gods. Does not our scriptures even tell us this? Which is why we join together in co-creation. When we come together, one will. The will to do the work of the master. We are the master. When we master our mind, we are aligning ourselves up to the will of God, the collective good, progressive, ever spurring us up the mountain to higher heights. God. The etymology comes from goad. To goad is to prod. A goat prod. God. The Capricornian goat, who is the sea goat, because it comes in the last season of the year, which is ruled by water. The great ending, the darkness of Pisces, that is receding, and the light of Aquarius shines in. This is why John the Baptist has to come before Jesus, because Aquarius in the year comes before Pisces, the fish. Clear a path in the wilderness. Behold the conquering lion of Leo. Because the opposite sign of Aquarius, the pole, is the sun in Leo. Saturn, Satan in Capricorn, and Saturn goes to Aquarius, it becomes soter. Soterology is the study of salvation. This is how we bring the beauty up out of the beast. I get so excited. But we want to channel it because we don't want to get fried by this storm, this electric storm. That's what Uranus is. Woo! We tap into that. Uranus is the first planet discovered outside of the cube of Saturn. So while they're all doing their cube magic, we're busting through it and taking it. The Tesseract, the Pandora's box, the Dark Priest class, and their fake royal bloodlines to try to legitimize their authority over us. And we even invited in, thinking that your vote matters. If voting mattered, they wouldn't let you do it, my friends. You're voting for which instrument of torture do you want? The whip or the rod? Forward we trod up Mount Olympus, Mount Zion. The Matrix was a total Zionist mind effery. Saturn, the ruler of time, the white old guy, black woman. That's like Boaz, who is also Saturn, the other side of Saturn in Capricorn, is this loving mother, which is why many of the gods, like Prometheus, I think they were all nursed by a she-goat. This has to do with Capricorn, where the moon is exalted at the summer solstice. The crab of the scarab of Egypt, holding the solar disk at the top, resembling this axis, the top of the dreidel. From Cancer, our third eye, Ajna, we go down to Kronos to get crowned by Father Time in due time. so that we learn the clock. And we can be masters of our mind, masters of time. All is mind. We exist in the mind of God. We are fractured, fractal part of God. Let us frack for God. Fracking for God, that's like oil. That's a Scorpio. That's one of the three. The three water signs go with the triple goddess, and so with the three phases of the moon, and so with the three um, luminaries, which is Venus, the moon, and Mercury Virgo, or maybe Saturn. That gives us four women. Woman, yeah, that's come away. This taking the story of Jesus literally is like teaching about Jesus to an infant. You're not going to teach him all these more metaphysical, kind of Platonic, the world of form philosophies. It's not going to resonate. But if you teach through pictures, well, which is beautiful, the arts, storytelling, then these stories, it can resonate. I don't even think it's smart. I don't think we should ever pretend like play that trick on your child. I guess when your child's old enough to understand it, you tell them what the deal is. Or they find the Christmas presents underneath the bed and they spend the winter shook, start questioning everything. Leave it to the Scorpio to be the one to go and like search and find deep, like in the dark recesses of the closet, the hidden treasures that our Father in heaven has for us. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, Jove, and this is the Christmas time of year by Jove, jovial, Saint Jupiter, Saint Nicholas. Nick is Nike, the Greek god of victory, who is you win, you're gifted to by Athena, Minerva, who was born of the third eye of Jupiter. So when Jupiter, Zeus, stops running around and raping everything, shape shifting, he is able to focus and control his animal desires. The human race we're racing to become a human, not a freaking robot. But also, technology can be used to make us more human because it takes over the jobs that an animal could do, or us, to leave us more time to put together great philosophies and how to make them work and bring them into systems, these complicated, grand numbers, and to put them together in ways that celebrate the individual. I recommend checking out the Aquarian Church, this YouTube channel. That's my other thing I'm working on. The Wake Movement is actually more socially active. So I know lately I've been doing a lot of spiritual talk because it's de-occulting. Lots of this secret stuff has been hidden from us in the mystery schools, and you have to initiate into that, and they use um, the dispensation of ancient knowledge and metaphysiology as a freaking carrot in front of a stick to get you to do some effed up stuff. And at the end of the day, but the last degree, they're like, oh, what we do is we channel freaking aliens and follow what they tell us to do. Go take a dollar bill And look at the seal with the eagle, which some say is actually a phoenix rising from the ashes, because this whole country, America, has been built like that. I submit that the towers were built to be torn down. I'm not what they did it with such strong metal. So that I don't know, but they were definitely taken down. It was an occult ritual of the pillars of Solomon's temple. The Solomon brothers owned the temple, the World Trade Tower Center. Dark Kabbalists. You know what the EM Asins? The letter M and then Asins after. You got to be careful what kind of words you say. You trip off something. Well, I'm doing this strategically. This is Minerva being born from the forehead of Zeus. So it's able to be strategic in how it uses its energy. And it knows the landscape because it has a bird's eye view. Hence, the eagle is associated with Jupiter Zeus. The eagle, also a sign of Scorpio, is this combination of the Sagittarius Scorpio, is that cusp right there. The Scorpio is able to rise up out of his base lower desires. It's very powerful because now you create a big long pole. Big, yeah, you got a big stick. That's your dreidel. You want centered, and then you want to fix the fixed signs upon that. There's our six-pointed star. That's our Ezekiel's wheel. That's our triangle on the other triangle. That's the male and the feminine seal. Seal of Solomon, sun and the moon. So we want to get up in that. On the seal on the dollar bill, you have when the eagle, you will contrast it, change the contrast of it with the photograph, and you'll see that it is an alien, my lovers. I don't know why. That's not about more. Because and then on this alien, you'll see a, on its forehead is the six-pointed star, the hexagon, the cube, Saturn's cube, the cube, Father Time, the cube of creation. It's beautiful. The flower of life, or the seed, and, and the flower, and the seed in the flower is the seven visible heaven luminaries, the sun in the middle of the solar system. So we have the sun in the middle, surrounded by the six, surrounded by the 12 constellations. The 12 to the 6. 13 to 6 gives us 19. 1 to 9. There's the line. 1 to 9. Alpha, Omega. And you can build on top of that. 10 to 19. But it's still that same pattern. The 1 to 10. 10, the 10th sign of the zodiac is the top of the Mount 10. Hosted by Satan, Saturn. The goat on the top of the hill of Capricorn, of the Capitol Dome on Capitol Hill. When you write in capital letters, you bring the letters up all the way to the top. Tippity top. The seven heavenly luminaries going from the moon out to Saturn. We have that plus the 12 constellations, not giving us 19. The 19 plus 3 out of the 4 elements, being fire, air, and water, without earth, gives us 22. The 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, the 22 cards of the tarot. Because earth is what we write on in cursive spells into this magic book that is our life movie. That when we die, we have to watch. backwards. And there's even spiritual traditions that say that you go through life and you have to experience what you did to others through their point of view. Yeah, when I say something that's on point, usually an ambulance or a plane will fly over or a helicopter was really lit. All right, I'm going to conclude that. I love you.